Hey guys, this is Jeremy the Grizzly Kimball. I'm a pro mixed martial artist. I am 26 years old, and in that time I have fought for Bellator, and now I am currently signed to the UFC. And this is the Getting Down to Grizzness podcast. I'm just doing this. I need to vent, to start the shit. Just so many people nowadays act like they want something and then they don't chase it. Like, I see so many fighters that are young and could just put everything else, like buying a nice brand new car or living in a house that's comfortable to them, and they just burn all that shit. That just they want to do all that instead of chasing something they actually care about. I see how passionate all these people are about doing MMA, for example, and they come in and this is the best time they've had all day is when they're in the gym. And after that hard workout, they go home and they feel accomplished, but they can't seem to just continue to be consistent with it. And then they expect the world when they fight. It drives me crazy because ever since I've started this journey, I've given my all to it, and I still don't feel better than the next guy. I don't, you know, but I still chase this dream every day. And I want to go. I want to be something. I want to do something in the sport. And yet all these other people want to do girlfriends and cars and all this shit first, and it's like, settle down, just fucking live upstairs in the gym and go for it. Push yourself. Like, you don't have to be something right now at 21, 22, 23 years of age. Fucking go for what you want. I'm telling you, it's gonna make you so much happier in the long run. But to me, I don't understand it, because I've always got to chase this dream, and yeah, I've been lucky. I've had parents that helped me chase this dream, but to me, I don't get it, you know? Fuck. Get a roommate, get 3 roommates, get 4 roommates. Buy a fucking cheap place, live there together, and just fucking train. You know, work a little bit so you have some side money, but fucking train. Like, this is what you signed up to do. This is what you want to do. And that could be anything. Anybody at this age should be chasing their dream. Right? Don't fucking settle for a life and a family that you don't want right now. Because you're just going to be fucking depressed in the long run. You need to just push yourself for something. And it doesn't have to be fighting. That's just the example that I know. But fuck, art, comedy, anything. Just go after that shit. Chase after that dream. Like, I got a couple friends that do that, and I'm fucking so proud of them. You know, Dylan Stubblefield, Jordan Chavez, they don't know how fucking much I set them as the example to say, hey, this is what you should be doing. And I don't understand it. I don't understand why you'd want to be a lonely, boring ass life when you could be something special. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on that. But in other news, June 25th, I'm fighting in OKC against Josh Stansberry. And been going real hard this fight camp already. Just started. It's still a long time away. So I'm trying to keep my body healthy, but fuck, that first week of fight camp is a bitch. Like, just going hard. I try to stay ready all the time and in shape, but I kind of let myself go after this last one, because I had 2 back-to-back fights. One that got me into the UFC, and then a quick loss in my UFC debut. I had a week to prepare for it. And I kind of just let my mind get to me, really. Like, it had nothing to do with the UFC jitters or anything like that. It's just, not gonna lie, that dude was big, and it got in my head a little bit. But I realized that. I realized that I got scared of his size, and I'm just working to never have that happen mentally again. And you know, I usually learn my lesson after once, so hopefully this is a lesson learned, and I can take that into my next fight and just keep building on from there. And I feel good. Like, I feel like that was meant to happen, and now I can showcase my skills. I got in. It took a long time to get there, but now I get to showcase my skills, and I think this is a good fight for me to do that. Stansberry's tough. He beat one of my old teammates, Jeremy O'Shine, back in the day, and he's tough. Like, I know he hits hard, and he's got some good skills, but I'm really excited for this fight. I think I got the skills to beat him, and I just want to put that to the test. I'm very amped. You know, this is a fight that he's got power, but he doesn't have that Anthony Johnson type power. So, you know, and I got my power, and I want to showcase my whole skills, and I just want to show UFC that signing me was a great choice by them. So I'm just going hard. You know, I'm going to go hard. I got 2 weeks left. And then I'm going to go down to Arizona to the MMA lab and go train for this fight there. And I'm excited. You know, I got big guys down there that are going to push me to the limit. My guys at Shinkatai Jiu-Jitsu have been pushing me and helping me get ready to go to the lab, and the lab will finish me to get me ready for the fight. So I'm amped. Speaking of Shinkatai Slaughterhouse, Dominic Montoya will be fighting for LFA April 21st. Super amped for that. He's undefeated, and he's real close. He's real close to making it to the UFC too. This fight could put him over the top. So I'm just hoping and praying that we do that and that we get him there, because that kid deserves it. If anybody, you know, probably deserves it more than me. But he's got that drive, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. People have to have that drive to make it, to succeed. If you don't have a drive, you're nothing. You're nothing in this life at all. What you're gonna do is work to party in the weekends? Like, that's bullshit. That's a bullshit life. You think you're young and you can party, but then you're just pissing all the money you make away instead of chasing something, you know. And I see that all the time. It drives me crazy, but I have so many people that I love and care about that do that, and they work to party. It boggles my mind. I see it. There's time and place for partying, but, you know, buckle down, do something worthwhile, and then party. You know, party about your accomplishments. That would be more spectacular than just fucking working at McDonald's to party on the weekend. You know, working at a call center to fucking drink. So, I don't know. To me, it's just nuts. You know, and it's crazy because I also coach at Shinkatai Jiu-Jitsu with my dad, Ernest Kimball. And you just see it all the time. Young kids come in, you think they're going to do something, and then they just don't have that drive. Yet they have all the talent in the world, and they just piss it all away. You know, it's, you know, and we see the cars they buy with their fucking dead-end job, and it's like, why would you do that? Why would you put yourself on the line for that? You're going to build up bad credit. You're going to do all this shit that's just going to ruin your life in the long run. And instead of just living cheap, like, buy a fucking cheap car that gets you to the gym and to your place of work. Work out, and fucking live miserable for a couple years just so you can achieve something great. But I don't know. That's my opinion on all this. I would just like to hope that somebody out there would hear this and fucking quit their shitty attitude at life and fucking buckle down and work hard for something. But I don't know. Hopefully. So anyways, in other news, I've been trying to work on my diet. It's a lifelong battle. Such a fat kid. Like, I just want to cut out sugar and carbs out of my diet, and it's so hard. It really is. Like, trying to do the ketogenic diet, which I'm not the brightest about. Like, I'm not the smartest about. But, you know, I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm doing it on my own. I'm an MMA fighter with no nutritionist, because why would I fucking spend money on a nutritionist when I could just buckle down and fucking do it myself and learn it, you know? So I'm trying. I'm toying with stuff every day about it. It's hard, man. I see it can drive past all the food I love every day. See a Taco Bell on the way to the gym all the time. And if I don't go that way, I go the other way to the gym. I see a Dunkin' Donuts all the time. So I'm just trying to live that life right. Just trying to do things right, period, in my life. You know, I'm just trying to be a better person every day. trying to love harder, trying to be better, just everything, trying to be a better fighter and also be a better person. It's a tough balance, because when I want to go in the cage, I want to be aggressive and just mean as fuck to everybody. But outside of that, like, I want to love my girl and I want to love my kid, and I want to do all this stuff to just be a good person, a good husband, a good father, a good boyfriend, whatever, at this point in time. And it's tough. It's fucking tough. Because it's just a battle of two different things inside of me. Like, fuck, when you go fight, you want to be a murderer. Like, you really want to have those thoughts of, I'm gonna kill this dude, I'm gonna beat this dude's ass, like, fuck this guy, fuck his family, like, fuck everything. But then, as soon as you're done, you want to go back to being, oh, I love everything and everyone, and fuck, it's tough. And then, like, I'm not very, like, as you guys can tell, I'm not very open to talking, so I suck at it on camera, on interviews, everything. And even doing this, sitting alone, I feel weird just talking. Like, it's not something I do much. Kind of a more quiet person. But it's crazy. I want to balance out my two lives, like a normal person and a fighter. You can't just walk around on the streets wanting to fuck everybody up, because eventually you're gonna fuck someone up, and that's how you go to jail. That's how you catch charge. So to me, I'm just trying to do everything I can. It's tough, man. People are stupid. People suck. You see all these assholes who drive like assholes, text and drive. I guess I'm not any better because I'm doing a podcast and driving, but still, it's a tough balance. It's definitely a balancing act, and I think that's what turns most people off. I have a great girlfriend, Brittany, and she deals with the mood swings of a fighter pretty well, for never ever have dating an athlete. So pretty lucky in that aspect. But life's crazy. It's definitely a journey, and it's a journey to be the perfect version of yourself that you can be, and you'll never reach it. That's why it's a journey, but it's fun. Like, I think I got some stuff figured out, and then sometimes I just feel so clueless about life, period. But I'm trying to become also more knowledgeable about stuff, so I'm reading a lot more. I want to get my GED. I'm going to do that for my family, but also myself. Like, I want to be smarter, and I want to learn every day. Not just in the fight world, but in the real world. Like, I just want to learn about anything, really. So, I'm trying to open my mind. Hell, the biggest goal I have is to try to be more open and, like, not so introverted when I'm out in public. Like, I get real anxiety about being around a lot of people. I'm trying to just kick that habit, It's tough. It's all tough. But, I just try to talk to people more politely. Try to talk to more people. And I just try to, I don't want to say I try to spark up conversations with random people, because I have yet to do that. But it's something that I want to. It's a goal of mine. I got a lot of goals. I'm a very goal-driven person. And if I put it down on paper, which is what I do with my goals, I try to work towards those goals every day. And it's good, man. I think people should be more goal-oriented, and I think they should write their goals down and chase those motherfucking goals. Put short-term goals, long-term goals, and just go for it. Like, it's so much better to have goals and set them and smash them, and set goals high, set goals a little bit lower, like every kind of goals in between. Just set those motherfuckers and smash them and see how much happier you are in life. And that goes back to this other stuff I was talking about to begin with. These kids, like, fuck, they don't have any goals. They just, well, I want this car, so I'm gonna go out and buy it, and now I owe money to this fucking dealership, and they could smash my fucking credit if I don't pay them. So now I gotta get a job at a place I would never work at and just pay that shit off. So it all leads back to the same shit. Like, you have to be goal oriented, or you're just gonna fucking let life pass you by, do dumb shit, and never really accomplish anything. Hell, you could have a family and be a great dad, but if you're not giving them the stuff in life that your kids deserve and your wife deserves, then what are you doing? Like me, I want to give my family everything, and my parents and all that, everything that they've given me. You know, I don't know. Goals. I think goals are what this world needs, and there's just not many people with them. Like, they just break down, and like, it's hard. It's hard to remember that you have goals written down. It's hard to look at a sheet of paper every day and think, fuck, I gotta go do this again today. Like, but it's really something that people need. It's, you look at it once a week even, and just fucking put your mind to whatever your goal is, and knock those walls down, man. Like, be a better person every day, and not just live to live, you know? Again, there's time and place to have fun and live to live. Like, I'll take off on a random Sunday and go wherever I want, take my family out, do something, but it's not every day. Most days I'm out here doing what I need to be doing. I have a strict schedule where I'm working out, eating right, doing all this stuff, and one day a week I'll go out and just do whatever the hell I want. Like, I'll have an adventure day. But I think a lot of people think you need to drink and party to do this stuff too, and I don't. Like, most successful people don't drink every weekend, you know? There's time and place to drink. There's time and place to enjoy your weed or whatever you like to do. But you have to stay focused 90% of the time, and then 10% of the time have your fun and do what you want to do. But, you can't control people like that, really. People are going to do what they want to do. They're going to take 90% of having fun and 10% of focusing and buckling down, and then act like they did everything right, and they still question themselves of why they're not where they want to be. It's crazy. It's out there. It's out there to think that you can go out and live life without any set schedule, goals, anything like that, and then think, oh, why the fuck am I not the CEO of my job? Or why the fuck am I not a big Hollywood actor? Or why the fuck am I not a UFC fighter or a UFC champion or anything? Why am I not an all-star baseball player? Because you're not fucking working towards it. And that's why you're stuck at a shitty job questioning why. Why me? Why can't I do something? Why is this person ahead of me? Why is this person so much better than me? Like, because no one is. No one's really better than anybody. But there are people who work better than others. And there are other people who set their goals down and work towards those goals every day, no matter the consequences. And I've given up friendships and all kinds of stuff just to chase my goals. And look, it let positive people into my life, because my girlfriend supports me and all my friends support me, and they all there for me no matter what. And like, that's amazing. That's an amazing feeling, and I'm there to support them for their goals. And I just think when you're positive things happen to you, and when you work hard, you get to see your goals come out, and you get to enjoy them. And that's really what I work towards, is to be able to enjoy all my hard work one day without having to do anything. I can just sit back and enjoy that, and let my kids enjoy that, and let my wife enjoy that, and let whoever's in my future enjoy that. That's why I work so hard every day to accomplish something. You know, like I said, it's not every day, but it's 90% of days I work for what I want, and then 10% I'll have fun and fuck off. You know, there's days where I play hooky because I don't feel like fucking doing anything, so I just go lay around and be lazy. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's my outlet, and if your outlet's going to play golf or whatever your outlet is, you can have that 10% of the time, but you have to work for it 90% of the time. Otherwise, it's just going to get away from you. Life's going to get away from you. 20, 30 years from now, you're going to look back and go, fuck, I could have been something. And it's not that your life won't be happy, right? You could be doing something, and it's not that your life won't be fantastic. But there's always going to be that, well, I could have been a writer, or I could have been a fighter, or I could have been an actor, or I could have done this, or I could have done that. And then that's what you're going to be saying. Oh, I could have, would have, should have. But you never did. So don't be a never been, you know. Hell, I might not be the greatest fighter to ever live, but I'm working towards that. And there's other goals I have that I'm working towards. It's not just one focus of mine that I work for. You know, I want to be a writer, so I work towards that. And admittedly, I don't work towards that as much as I want to, because I'm so focused on the fight job right now. But I have my ideas, I write them down, and I still work for that. And it's still on my mind constantly. Every day I think about the next story, or what I want to write, or how I want my stories to go. It's stuff like that. And this podcast, like, I want this to take off. So every day I'm thinking about topics and stuff that I need to talk about. And, you know, this is my first day doing this. So I downloaded a recorder app, and I just go to town. I start talking. And it kind of eventually gets to a point where it's just flowing out of you, and you realize, oh shit, that pisses me off more than I thought it did. But I'm out here, and that's a good thing. Like, for podcasts, I think that's perfect. Like, if you could just talk and go, and something's on your mind, and you can talk for an hour or 2 hours about that, that's fantastic. Like, that's how I feel like this is done. I don't know. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I feel like they just talk, and then they hear, or they spark a topic that's on their mind, and they just go, you know. But it's shit like this. Like, I'm working towards this. Like, practice. Whether this ever airs or not, like, this is practice for my future. This is what I want. I want to have things. Fuck, I want to be a professional wrestler, so I put my mind towards that. I watch the moves. I kind of try to learn that type of shit to just do. And like, I try to better myself in every aspect of that. I want to do competitive bike racing at one point in my life, so I have a book that I'm reading on how to get in shape for bike races, what, like, you should do to be better at biking, you know. And it's a bunch of goals I chase, you know, and if you're not chasing goals, you're living, I don't know, you're living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know if that's the right term to use, but you're not living, I don't know, because everybody's gonna live life their own way, and that they're living if they feel like they're living. But I don't know, I just don't see how you can not want to accomplish anything and just feel like, oh, well, I didn't accomplish anything today, but whatever. Like, I don't know, I don't understand. I feel like most people I know who don't have goals are depressed, and they you can see that in them. Like, they're just depressed people, and they don't do anything. Like, I have a few friends that, like, you feel like are sad all the time, and I know them. They work at jobs they hate, and then they drink whenever they want to, and they just fucking work and work and work so they can leave and go to a bar, or leave and go hang out with people who don't care about their interests, right? And so many people I know have just been fucked like that. Like, people aren't your friends if they're not helping you. Like, the people I talk to and the people I love and care about help me every day. They push me to be better. They push me to be a better fighter. They push me to write more. They push me to learn more. They push me to get on my bike. They push me to do all this shit. And I try to push them equally so it's not just a take relationship. So, but if you have friends that are just, oh, hey, let's go hang out tonight and drink, or let's go hang out and go eat some bad food, or let's go do this, those aren't your real friends. Like, they're not helping you. When was the last time your friend, put quotations up, last time your friends said, hey, get better at this. Hey, I know you really want to do this. Work hard for that. Hey, we love you, man, and we know that this is your passion, and we want you to be better. Probably not much in that relationship you can think of when they did that. So those people are your real friends, but it's the people that call you and say, get your ass to the gym, man, or don't eat that, bro, or, you know, anything like that. Just anything that would better your life. That's a real friend. And to me, they might not even be that person that you think is a friend, but they're out there. Like, there's so many people that I consider friends that don't consider me that type of friend, yet I still try to make them better, and they just think, oh, he wants my money, or he's harping on me, or whatever. I don't fucking care about the gym money. Like, we don't make any money at the gym anyways. Come in for free. Just fucking come in. Get your life better. You're getting too big. It's gonna hurt your knees, or, you know, just anything. It's crazy to me. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of rambling now, but at the same time, I feel like I know exactly what I'm saying. I don't know if that makes sense. Again, rambling. But I don't know. I just feel like people need goals and people need drive in life. Otherwise, they're just going to be lonely, depressed, sad people with no real friends. You know? I'm just thankful I have real friends and a real loving, supporting family. And I know everybody doesn't have the supporting family, but hell, come hang out with me. I'll be your supporting family. I try to support people as much as I can, and you know, I don't reach out to many people outside of my circle, and I think that needs to change for me, because I don't want to be the guy who just betters people that come to him. Like, I want to reach out to people and better them that way. So, you know, I'm doing my best on working on that and seeing a sad person and try to make their day a little bit better. I don't know. That's how I feel. Anyways, I think that's it. This has been the Grizzness podcast. And I'm Jeremy, the Grizzly Kimball. Look out for me, June 25th. And look out for my boy, Dominic Montoya, on LFA, April 21st. We out here grinding.